Hi.
Hi, I didn't see you there. Do you want footage that looks like this? Well, I'm about to show you how I do it the old-fashioned way. Let's get into the stuff. I have the stuff on tape. It's over there. I love that movie. Obviously, there are plugins and things like that, but no ma'am. No plugins allowed in my Christian suburb. Let's introduce the players of tonight's charade, shall we? Introducing Sonia. Very clever name. I know. This is Sue. Not nearly as inspired as Sonia, but excluded from tonight's demonstration is Brady, who has been giving me a little bit of sass and a little bit of tood lately. I mean, the poor guy can't even spell his own name right anymore. He's so old, so, I mean, no wonder he doesn't work properly. Sometimes you just fiddle with the vertical hold and the picture will reappear, but other times
The little scamp is just trying to get you to play with his V-hold.
Hank is also being excluded from tonight because his blue electron gun is not working. His red and green are fine, but he just drinks too much and he can't get the blue gun up anymore.
And this is Yvonne. She's very small. Hello, Yvonne.
I know not a lot of people watch these videos, but I'm an extrovert and I need an audience. So I invited my roommates. Okay, so for those of you who need a refresher, an RF modulator is basically a thingamajig that takes any old audio or video signal and converts it into a radio signal used for radio and analog television. My RF modulator is broadcasting on channel 5 with this pair of bunny ears over here. Sue, Sonia, both have bunny ears in them. They're just tuned to channel 5, good old-fashioned way. This is the RF modulator that features an HDMI in and an antenna out. So I've got the HDMI out of my laptop. I'm going to plug it into my doohickey. Sonia, don't make me hit you. We all remember what happened to Bertha, don't we? I bet you thought you weren't going to get a costume change in this video now, did you? Well, it's the next day, and I wanted to do this again, so where were we? I am going to connect my laptop's HDMI out to the TV transmitter, the RF modulator, broadcasting on channel 6, because I thought it would be real cute to change my settings and try something new, and then I couldn't figure out how to make it work again on channel 5, so now we're working with channel 6. When you're setting up your display options, you can do mirroring, you can do second display, and you can choose the arrangement. I have mine set up as a second display to the left of my monitor. When I move the mouse all the way to the left of the window, I can just woo, and I can also move it back onto the laptop screen. Comme ça. Okay, so hi, full disclosure, my VCR is a combo DVD player from about 2011, and it does have a HDMI out. It's designed to be used with a flat screen TV. So that makes this whole connecting it to the laptop job so much easier. Okay, so basically what's happening here, I'm going to try and explain it, and then we're going to put in a graphic, and it'll hopefully make sense. So basically, you've got your laptop, right? And then you've got your video coming out your laptop with the HDMI going into this little TV transmitter here. And then out of the TV transmitter, you have an antenna going to channel 6. Now, from channel 6, you've got your TVs, which are both tuned into channel 6, and you've also got your VCR, which has an antenna connected to it as well, and it's tuned to channel 6. Meanwhile, your VCR is connected to the capture card. So you tune your VCR to the channel, and then bam, Bob's your uncle. You screen record it, you capture card it, you get analog video on any digital file. And I can't believe no one's ever thought of this before. Or actually, yes, I can, because it is extremely niche. I've picked a video clip that I'm gonna put through this to show you just a little sample. It is a film that Lady Bonera has prepared for us. I do hope it is suitable for YouTube. You never know what stunt that little tramp is gonna pull. So I've queued up the video that we're gonna record in the second monitor. I've made it full screen, and I have moved the cursor back over to the main window. I'm now going to open my video recording software. I'm a dirty, rotten, filthy, trashy Macintosh user, so I'm just going to use QuickTime for this. I'm sure you could use VLC for this as well. As you can see, I am just creating a video recording with my webcam, and that is not what we want. This is where the capture card comes in. I've just selected my capture card as my input. Without further ado, I am going to press record on my screen recording. Now, I'm just going to move the mouse back over to the video that we're gonna record and hit space. I wonder what we have in store. Lady Banera, have you ever heard of a fade out? The music just cut out and the frame's frozen on your foot?
It was a creative decision because I am an artiste, unlike Alexa.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Make sure you hit stop on your recording. Otherwise, your file will be really big and your computer will not be happy. I'm just going to save it. I am going to edit in these side by side, the before and after. One of the main drawbacks of working with videotape, besides the fact that you're working with videotape, is that it compresses your videos to standard definition. By its very nature, tape is 480p. That's just the way it is. That's just how it works. This is HD. It's being broadcast HDMI out analog and then received in an HDMI form via the HDMI, the VCR. So at no point is this video actually being compressed to standard definition. And this approach really lends itself to things like text and detail that like a VCR would just do really dirty. To show you what I mean by this, but mostly just for kicks, I have put the same sample clip onto VHS tape. I fed the clip directly onto the tape using a different adapter that has an HDMI in and a composite out. The thing is, VHS as a format was discontinued and all the VCRs are just getting older with each passing year, which is why I love this antenna setup because you get a very similar look without having to deal with a single videotape.
Hello, yes, hi, it is I, and we are going to be doing some interference trickery. This is the antenna that's doing the broadcasting. As you can see when I gingerly and delicately, there's no sugarcoating it. This is very suggestive. As you can see, when I attempt to please my antenna, the interference acts up. When I just kind of fiddle with the antenna, the laptop goes haywire. Anyways, I think it'd be fun if we play with some tinfoil. What do you think of that, girls?
Feed us.
I think they're in agreement. Okay, that's recording. So I've got my piece of tinfoil and I'm literally just gonna touch it. Oh, no, too much. Oh my God, how do I do this? I wonder what happens if I put it by the antenna on the VCR, which is this antenna over here. Maybe if I touch the loop. Maybe I need more tinfoil. Another way to make your footage look really crummy is to make your antenna really short. As you can see, the footage looks horrible with this really short antenna, but it's so bad. It's good. God damn. I'm sorry. I don't know what just came over me. As you can see, the footage looks terrible, and I love to see it.
Here's the same sample clip recorded onto tape with the over-the-air as the source instead of the direct feed from the laptop. The antennas are on opposite sides of the room and you can see just how bad it is. Don't get me wrong, I personally think it's amazing. I think it's got so much texture and so much character, but technically speaking, it looks atrocious. And I love it.
Another way to get interference is by making sure your cables are really disorganized. Cross them as much as you want. Make it look like spaghetti junction. Your cables need to look like frankly like my hair. What in the 1998 is this hairstyle? If your cables don't look like this, your picture's gonna be too clean, honey. And we just can't have that. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night, or else.